Hi friends, I hope you're all having a wonderful week and I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So today, it's going to be a bit of a long one. It's about a 30-minute video, 33 with screenshots. So get yourself a snack, get yourself a drink, get settled and comfy, and let's build a kind of realistic cottage. And it's for like a farming cottage, and I really love the way this turned out. You'll see me struggle with the floor plan a little bit, but I did, like I normally do, plan this build out a little bit off camera so that I knew what I was going into. It just makes me feel less anxious and less like pressure when I'm building on camera if I kind of usually, 9 times out of 10, map it out a little beforehand. So that's what I did. So that's why it kind of came together a little easily. But I did, and this was inspired by a post I found on Pinterest. This is a like kind of realistic cottage, and that's why there's this big blank wall over here, which is like really realistic, and it was in the build that I found, but I did change it up a lot. So the bump out on the back and the bump out on the left side was not in this home. When I was looking at the photo on Pinterest that inspired this build, it was not like this at all. Just kind of the shape and kind of the idea behind the layout of the exterior, like farms and things like that. But everything else, it really was, that was the only inspiration I got. So I kind of just took the inspiration and ran with it and tried to make it work in The Sims. And I really hope that you like this build. I would put the photo of my inspiration image on screen right now, but I don't know how to do that. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know how to do that. And yes, I do have to fix the height of these windows when I get in on the inside, because they are clipping through the floor on the top floor, so I do fix that. But again, I don't know how to add photos or words on my video. I've only been making videos for a little over a year, and I just don't know how to do that. That's not something that I know how to do. So if you know how to do that on DaVinci Resolve, please let me know. I've tried a couple things, but it just ends up being like something that you can only see in editing, or something that stays on the screen the whole time, and I can't figure out how to make it, like, even if I change the duration of it, I just can't figure it out. So if you know how to do that on DaVinci Resolve, please let me know. You could also message me on Discord or Twitter, which is linked down below, if you would like to help me figure that out, because I don't know how to do it. But hopefully one day I will. So the floor plan of this house, my husband helped me with, actually. Mainly the first floor. The second floor I figured out pretty quickly on my own. But the first floor was kind of a little bit chaotic, like the front room that ends up being the dining room kitchen. It was that and the hallways and where the downstairs bathroom needed to go, because I really wanted to have like a half bath on the first floor, because that felt realistic to me. But I was kind of struggling a little bit with the floor plan, but my husband helped me, and he was like, I think this would be more realistic to like real life and blah blah blah. So that's what realistic means. So he helped me with that, and I was really grateful, because I was struggling a little bit and I really liked the way it came out and what we came up with. So I hope that you like it too. And the second floor, the floor plan for the primary bedroom changes a little bit here when I get up there, and I like the way it came out. So here we are, we made this little pond, and I do forget until I'm done recording and taking screenshots. Like when I go in to take the screenshots, I did forget to add decor to the pond. So that is done off camera. There is decor in the pond. I think you could see it in the screenshots. Yes, you can, because there are ducks. So the fencing options here, obviously I was not going to use the kitty fence. I just grabbed the first fence I saw and was like laying things out. But this is kind of the layout that we end up going with, and then I end up changing the fences. I don't remember which fence we end up with, not this one. And then over here on the back right of the build, we get a big ol' chicken coop area, and then this is the little gardening shed that I think turned out so cute. And then these two patches of grass here at the back of the lot and on the front right of the lot ends up being where the gardening plots go. And I think that it looks really, really pretty, and I'm really happy with the layout of this build. Again, most of it was inspired by a photo I found on Pinterest. So if you've seen that photo and it looks a little bit similar to this, that's why. I did get inspiration. I thought I was going to use this mossy roof because it looked so pretty, but then I was like, let's go for a roof that, like, 2 different roofs. A roof on the cottage and the roof on the gardening shed. Sorry. I couldn't remember what it was called. The little gardening shed turns out so cute, and I really love it. We get these dogwood trees from the Cats and Dogs expansion pack, and I think that they really add something whimsical and fun to the build. And then we get a big tree back here that is like the same style tree as the trees in the background, but it's like a different color because I didn't go into debug to get it, but I really like the way it comes out. And yes, I do realize later that I have that extra like oak tree in the chicken coop, and I do remove it, so don't worry about that. This ends up being where I just placed those windows, ends up being the living room. This is me trying to pick a wood flooring and getting votes from my bestie who I was video chatting with on Discord and screen sharing with, and so this is the wood floor that I chose and she agreed with. And yeah, I really like it, and I like the way it comes out. I thought I was gonna put tile in here, but then in the end it just looked weird, looked very strange, so I didn't. I only put tile in the bathrooms. And then here's where I'm like, this is not gonna work. So I think for a while I leave the bed where it is, and it does end up being there, but I changed the shape of the hallway a little bit. Yeah, there we go. To make it, I think it works. We do end up putting the bedroom door in the hallway, and I think that it actually ends up looking really, really cute. I line up these windows. All of the windows are from Get Together. Okay, I had to take a break from the voiceover for a second, so if I repeat myself, it's because I don't remember what I was saying. I probably should have listened back to remember what I was talking about before I left, but so this is going to be one of the garden plots, and then this one is the other one. I figured maybe one of them could be for fruits and one could be for veggies, or one can be for fruits and the other can like be used more for trees or something. I don't know if you can plant trees in these plots, but maybe you can. But this is the kitchen, and I really love the way it came out. We get the fridge over here in the corner, and then we end up with some island counters coming off of this wall, and the stove is on this wall as well, and I kind of scoot everything over a little bit to fit better. And I love this swatch of these counters. I think it looks really, really pretty. And the fridge goes in this corner. I'm not sure if I said that. And then we get some cabinets on the wall on the left side and a sink under the window, which I think looks really, really pretty. And then over here is going to be the little dining space. I was going to put it against the wall, but then I really wanted a fireplace in here. So we end up with a little table with only 2 chairs, but I really only imagined 2 Sims living here. I think it's a single parent and their child. And I really, or maybe an aunt. I've already done an aunt cottage. That would be kind of redundant. I have done a plant ant cottage. If you would like to see that build, I can link it down below if you want, but it is a little ways back. And I think that it was really pretty, and I'm still really, really proud of that build. I feel like I kind of peaked. I feel like that build is like one of my best. But I really like this one too. But yeah, so we get a little table and chairs here. It took so long to pick a table because I really feel like we don't really have any like really good one-seater tables, especially square ones. They're all like blocky or glass, and that was not, neither of those were the vibe I was going for, so I went with this one, but I think it works okay. And then I was suddenly realizing that I did want a fireplace in here and that it looked really pretty. And then my bestie was like, I was like, I'm gonna use this one, this fireplace, and then she was like, ooh, put down the fake fireplace here too, and it will fit in there perfectly and look really cute. And I was like, let me try that. And I did it, and it looks so, so cute. And I really love the way it came out. So thank you, Crystal. I really loved it, and I think it looks really pretty. I will link Crystal's Twitch down below if you'd like to follow her. She streams every week, and she is the coziest creator that I know, and I think you'll really love her. But so then we get a china hutch over here on one side, and I really think that that one really fits perfectly in here. I tried a couple different ones, but that one is the one that really worked and fit really well. And then we get kind of a gallery wall on the wall. It's kind of like I used a collection of photos that makes a gallery wall, and then I added a mirror on this side, and then we get a plant, and we get some curtains, and I feel like I'm kind of decorating slow today. Do I always decorate? And big pause. I thought I cut this pause out. Hello, 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 pause. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we get some books, and I'm still obsessed with the new swatches of these books. I know they've been out since like early summer-ish, but I still am just so happy with them and think they're so pretty. And then this is the little decor that I put on the table, and then we get some bar stools, and I kind of scoot the table back, and I think I end up scooting the counters a little bit. And then here we get the trash can, and I really usually don't like using tiny trash cans in the kitchen because I don't feel like it's reasonable. I feel like that would fill up so quickly and it's just kind of weird in real life, but it's The Sims and I thought it was the one that matched the best, so that's what I used. And then we do have the things in this house for a dog. So there's a bathtub upstairs, and then there is these little food bowls, and I think that maybe it's like a livestock dog. Like maybe the dog mostly spends its time out in the chicken pen taking care of the chickens and making sure the chickens are safe and that they're not escaping. And I think that's really cute. Here I deleted these walls and raised up this little towel to be like a dish towel, and I think that was a really cute idea because it kind of added some dimension to this area and some texture, and I think that it was a really good decision. And then we get that pretty sink. I think it's a base game sink, but I rarely use it because it's kind of like specific style, but I use it here. And then we get some pots and pans. This is where the little mail clutter goes. And then we get a couple pieces of clutter in the kitchen that I think look really, really cute. And I'm kind of scrolling forever because I was looking for a specific item and I don't remember what that item is off the top of my head. Oh, what? What happened? Oh, that must be from when, this is my second time doing this, office. You'll kind of notice I'm placing things down pretty quickly because I've already done this once. And I guess what happened, I didn't notice it till just now. I guess my recording like stopped. And that's why you didn't get the cluttering of the kitchen either. I didn't notice that till just now. And that was why the office and the living room didn't get recorded. It's because the thing just randomly stopped. So sorry about that. You'll have to, if you want to see the clutter in the kitchen, you'll have to look at the screenshots. But this is the little office space, which is off to the left of the house. And I think it turns out really, really cute. I pretty much placed everything down exactly the same way as I did off camera. The only difference is that I chose a different armchair in here. I'm using this one from, oh my gosh, Horse Ranch? Is it Horse Ranch? I can't remember. The packs at this point, there's just so many that my brain just kind of like glides over them. But this is the little office space, and we end up moving these windows down when I get upstairs because they're clipping through the floor of the upstairs rooms. So you'll notice that later. We used this bookshelf in this corner because I thought it worked really well and was thin enough to put something over here and have it look cute. And then we get this basket of blankets and with this really pretty green couch and this kind of like rusticy apothecary-esque table from Laundry Day with a plant and a lamp. And then we get a few photos above the lamp on this wall right here. I used these ones and you can tell I grabbed them quickly because I had already placed this and I was redoing it. Then we get these really pretty green curtains and we get a TV up on the fireplace. And originally there was a little like bear chair in here for the kid, but when I redid it I was like, I don't really know that I like that. It feels kind of, I don't know, even if the fireplace is never used, which I feel like it is because it has the logs on it, and I end up having like the fireplace pokers where I was gonna put the chair, but I think it looks better without the chair. We get fireplace pokers there instead. But now we are cluttering up the mantle in this living room with some plants and a candle and a TV, and then we clutter up this bookshelf a little bit, and then we add a rug and a couple coffee tables, and I think that's really it for this room. Oh, and a mirror. This mirror was the perfect height. That mirror is usually too tall for any space, but it was the perfect height here. And I really love this rug. I thought it fit perfectly. And I'm not sure if this is the coffee table that we end up using. I think we end up using two little ones because I wanted some more dimension in the middle of the room, like some more height, and like these two are different heights and I think it kind of works. And then we have the fireplace pokers over here, and then later we add one of those trays with water to, oh no, do I do it now? Maybe. Yep, a cherry with some water. I thought was a cute idea. And then that's really it for this room. And then I think we move on to the laundry room, which is the kind of hallway space leading to the stairs and to the back door. And then here I realized that I had wanted to add that item in the living room, and I had before, but I forgot in the rebuild, so I put it in the office because I really wanted to use it. Oh, are we doing the bathroom first? We might be doing the bathroom first. I think we do the laundry space first, though. Sorry, my shoe came off. I was putting my slipper back on. But this ends up being a laundry space. I thought it was a really good use of an otherwise unused space to put laundry in here. And so we get the laundry machines, we get a little shelf, like a little bathroom cabinet right here. I used this one because it was really the only one that fit the space really well, and wasn't, I don't know, it just looked the best. And then we get a shelf right above here, which you'll notice is a little bit high, and I do lower that later when I'm taking screenshots because it looked a little odd. And then we get a mirror and some shoes over here. Kind of feel like you'd put your shoes here if you came in from the farm outside. And I thought that was a really cute idea. We used this rug from Vampires, and then I think we put a like framed photo right here from the basement treasure kit on that wall. And then we do the little hall bath, which is just a sink and a toilet. I just wanted it kind of like a mudroom, little bathroom by the back door, so you come in from farming and can wash your hands and put your laundry in the washer. And I thought it was a really cute idea. Maybe in case they get really muddy outside, they keep some non-muddy clothes in that little cabinet by the door. But I also put some clothes up in the garden shed that I figured were like their gardening, farming clothes that they could, like the jacket and boots or something that they put on. So I think that that is a really cute idea also. And I do want to mention again that I do say and a lot. My brain kind of is trying to say something while I'm thinking of what I'm saying. So if that annoys you, I am so sorry, but that's just how I talk sometimes. And it's also really hard. You should try a voiceover. It's really hard to talk to yourself consistently for, I don't know, like 30 minutes. This video is 30 minutes long, and most of my videos are like 10 to 20. So this is a little bit of a harder one because I just have to talk for so long to myself. And it can get very difficult, and so that's why I say a lot, because I'm trying to fill the dead space while I figure out what to say. Let me know if you can relate. But this is the hallway and the little bathroom upstairs. And this is the primary bedroom. I think we do the hallway first, where we get a bookcase and a chair and then the suitcase with the books on top of it. And then off camera I do, not off camera, because I didn't add it until I was just messing around on my own after I'd already posted it to the gallery and edited all the screenshots and everything. But I did add a painting on this wall where the chair originally was because it was kind of empty. So you might want to do that if you download this house. But also there's no clutter on the child's nightstand. And so if you download this house, you might want to add something there. Off camera to my own house in case I play in this, because I think I want to play in this. I did add a couple pieces of clutter on there, like a plant and lamp maybe or something. I don't remember. But we get a really pretty rug in this hallway. I think it's the werewolves one. Yeah, this one. I think it looks really good in here. And then we get some stuff on this little nightstand table and some paintings on the wall. And then I think we move on to the bathroom, which is just a really simple bathroom. The same fixtures from downstairs, but there is a shower tub combo. And I thought I was going to cover up this lunchbox, but I ended up keeping it because I thought that it was too much work to cover it up. It didn't look bad, so I just left it. But I thought that that phone would be a really cute touch. Like maybe when this house was originally built, they had that phone in the house, but now it's just decor because it doesn't work and it's not plugged in. They don't have a landline anymore. The only people I know that still have a landline is my papa, and I think my papa and grandma also might have one, but I know that my papa has one. And he has a cell phone now, but he still gets calls to the landline. And I think that's just really, really sweet. And I grew up in the 90s. We had landlines before. Like, we didn't have cell phones for so long. Like, cell phones became a big thing and popular when I was in junior high. That was when we first got our phones. And yeah, so the landlines are just like a nostalgic thing for me because I grew up with only landlines. And in the world where you either had to like carry around a pocketbook with like numbers on it, or you had to memorize the phone numbers. So I had memorized my grandparents' phone numbers and my dad's cell phone number. My dad was the first one who got a cell phone in our family because he was working, and so he got one from work, I think, and then my mom got one. My mom will probably watch this video and let me know if that's accurate, but they got them first because obviously that was important for them to be able to keep in contact. But then in junior high, my parents got me a cell phone, and it was like one of those like pay-as-you-go phones, and like texts back then and hours back then, like you only had a certain amount of minutes to talk on the phone, and if you hit your minutes, then you just couldn't use your phone until the next month. And the same thing for text messages. You could only send a certain amount of text messages, and if you hit that limit, then you would either have to pay over the limit or just not use your phone. And I had a pay-as-you-go phone, so if I hit my limit, my phone was not, it didn't work. And there was no like internet on the phone yet or anything. God, I sound so old. I'm 32. I'm only 32. I sound so old. But this is the mom or dad's bedroom, the parents' bedroom, or grandma or whoever, you know, lives in this house, whoever you want to live in this house. This is their bedroom. We end up with a wardrobe in the corner, and then this really pretty couch from the Book Nook kit. Some paintings over here. We make this like gallery wall with a couple other gallery pieces, and then we get a TV and some clutter on that, and then we get some clutter on the nightstands and another rug. And I think that this turns out really, really pretty. I really like the layout of it. I feel like this is just their little oasis. I feel like they just really love this space and are really introverted farming sims, and I think that that is a really cute little room. And I really like the color scheme in here. I feel like it matches the rest of the house with the pink and the green downstairs, and I'm just really happy with it, and I really, really like it. And so that was this room. I think this is the end of this room. We're just adding this chessboard over here, and then we move on to the kids' bedroom before we go outside. And I really like the way this kids' room came out. You'll see it in a second. I'm glad I added something on that wall. I was worried that I didn't, but I did. So I'm glad that I did that. I just realized I don't know where my phone is. There it is. Okay. So this is the little awkward hallway, but I think it looks kind of realistic and really cute. I thought I wanted to use that bed because I've never used it, and it was just a bed that I put down as a placeholder, but it really didn't fit the vibe. So we used the horse ranch one, which obviously matches everything. And we used this kind of green color in here. And now let me explain this. I did put the bed over here originally, but the reason I moved it to the other side of the room is that I wanted this basement kit bookshelf at the foot of the bed, and I wanted the space that was open at the top, like the right side of the bookshelf, to face out into the room and have the tallest part of it against the wall. I thought that it would look a lot better, and so that's why I moved the bed to the other side of the room. But we get this little wardrobe, and then they get a desk with a computer, I think a laptop on it, and then they get a Bigfoot plush in the corner, so it is still a kid's room, but I feel like they are a kid that's about to be a teen. So like if we had preteens, if we had preteens, this would be a preteen room. So they have mostly like more teenagey stuff, but they do have a Bigfoot stuffy, or a like Blurfy, but Bigfoot in the corner so that they have a toy. But I think that they are about to be a teen, so I feel like they're aging out of using that. But I think that it's really cute. And then I loved this swatch of this piece of art on this wall. I felt like it really went with the vibe of the room a little bit and was like a little bit more modern, because the kid is like obviously younger than the people that built this house, so maybe their room has a little bit of more modern day things, like the posters I put up and the laptop, and then the art over the desk. I couldn't think of the word desk, but I do end up with this piece on this wall, and then I line up, I don't know if you can tell, I line up the extra posters with the extra pieces of tape that are on the edges of the middle poster piece of art, and I thought that was really cute, and I really like doing that. Then we get some clutter on this desk. We just get this little horsecraft thing and a lamp, and then we add a mirror right here, and then I think we're moving on to the exterior of the build now. I'm pretty sure there is like an attic space, but I did not decorate it or anything because it was just like this little dormer, real dormer on the top of the, or fake dormer I guess, on the top of the house, and I didn't do anything with it because there's no way to get up there. But you could make that like an attic space or I don't know, you could do whatever you wanted with it if you wanted to add something. For my gameplay, so I think I'm going to play in this house, I just added some like boxes and stuff up there to look like an attic space basically. So this is going to be the chicken coop. We don't really add anything in there right now. We just kind of do terrain paint. But later on, I do add some hay bales and a few more pieces of landscaping. The landscaping in this build, I will say, is not your typical cottagey landscaping. It's kind of more put together in these little garden sections. And I feel like that's because they are a farmer and a gardener, they also really like their landscaping and take care of their landscaping really well. And so that's why the landscaping is kind of more put together, I want to say, and like clean. And I really like the way it came out. And I think that it was a really modern take on a cottagey kind of landscaping, and I think it worked really well in this build. So this is the garden shed. So we just kind of get the matching wallpaper in here, and we add some things out here for gardening, like the little pots and the little gardening bench. And then inside we get this gardening bench and a little table and kind of like a little cart with some plants on it, and the clothing hanging wardrobe shelf thingy from Horse Ranch, where we add some clothes to it. And I thought that it kind of looked, when I added this in the hallway, because I had this empty space and I thought it would look really cute, and it does. But we end up with these kind of cabinets in here that I put together to kind of look like one piece, and then we get a sink. But I thought this was the clothing I was talking about earlier when I was in the laundry room. I think that this is like their, like, it doesn't like look like it, but I'm imagining it being like their, oh, I came out to the garden and I'm gonna, like, there's mud, I'm gonna get dirty, I'm gonna put these other pants on or something. It's kind of what I was imagining. And then we get a sink with some towels above it. I figured the towels are used for like cleaning off when they, you know, wash their hands or get mud off of them or something. I thought it was really a good idea for a laundry shed. Off camera, I do add a rug in here. It was before I posted, it's either before I posted it on the gallery or after, but you might want to add a rug in here. I think it would be a cute idea to add some more texture to the floor. And then we get a broom and a piece of art, and then we move on to the outside. I thought I was going to put some shutters on this because the rest of the house had some shutters on them, but it just looked weird, so I just left it. And I would also recommend putting some vines on the outside of the shed, because I also forgot to do that. But now we're working on the landscaping. This is what I mean. It's kind of in these marked out boxes with the fences. With this low-lying fence, we kind of mark out the gardening plots, and then we put some really put together plants in here. They're not overgrown, they're really pretty, they're obviously taken care of. And I think that it really makes sense for a gardening sim to have a really clean, put together kind of landscaping yard area. Let me know if you agree. I thought it was a good idea. And then we move this fence over and add a little bit more of the brick. And we end up putting a table and chairs right there. And I think that that was a really good idea because it was kind of too much landscaping. And I think that it looked really cute. And we also have these plants by the door that I think are really pretty. And then we move this fence over, and right here we add some gardening little pots and like a big planter wall. And then we add a woohoo bush, but it's sized down, so I don't know how that'll work. But I didn't add it for the woohoo, I just added it because I wanted a plant in that corner, and I thought that it looked cute. So that's really the only reason I added it. I didn't add it for the woohoo bush action, but I think it looks cute nonetheless. You could size it back up if you wanted it to be a woohoo spot, but I did not mean it to be. And now we are adding all of this greenery on the sides of the build to kind of bring it to life a little bit. It was kind of looking a little flat and a little dead, I want to say. So we add a bunch of these vines all over the house, and I think that it looks really, really pretty. But now we are coming to the end of the build, and I wanted to mention that this build comes in at 71,772 simoleons. It is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, and it's built on Cordelia's secret cottage in Henford on Bagley, which is the very top left of the map. And I really hope you like it. Let me know if you play in it. Send me photos on Discord or Twitter. I would love to see. And I hope you enjoy the screenshots. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon. So, bye! Also, I'm really proud of you. Have a great day, friends.